if you're not good at a game like chess, for example, and I think, this is one of the things that I'm grateful for, is I played a lot of chess when I was a kid with my dad. I don't know why I liked it. I just wanted to beat him, and I wanted to figure out how to move the pieces on the board in such a way that I could, get that checkmate. And I became good at the game. If you're a parent and you got kids, play chess with your kids. If they're too young to understand the game of chess, which they can probably start playing at about 5-ish. I started playing chess with my daughter when she was 5. Play not checkers. Connect Four. Connect Four is a very simple game. It's a thinking game. It's a problem-solving game, but it's a lot simpler. So if you're a parent, do that. The point that I'm making with the notion of problem-solving is that's the most important skill that you need to master as an entrepreneur. You need to be able to problem solve. You need to be able to solve problems because things are going to come at you all day long. Bullshit, fires, issues with employees, issues with past contractors, current contractors, former employees, your accountant, the government, legal matters, the fucking landlord. You're buying property and you're dealing with the bank and finance. There's always a problem that comes your way as an entrepreneur. You got to be a good problem solver. If you can't solve problems, if you're not good at solving problems, if you don't like challenging yourself and being a problem solver, entrepreneurship probably isn't for you. If you just want to go in and punch a clock and do a regular job and move some shit around and push some buttons and do some women's monthly reports or something like that, and you're happy with that, then fine. I get it. Like not everybody is built for it. Not everybody has, the DNA for it. But ultimately, out of all the wealth creation methods that we talked about tonight, again, C-suite jobs, licensed professionals, commanding an audience, high-end sales, entrepreneurship, and STEM, I think entrepreneurship's the best, in my opinion. I've kind of blended up ideas. One of the things I learned a number of years ago from a fellow by the name of James Altucher was the idea of creating businesses or creating anything by having idea sex. My channel, Entrepreneurs in Cars, was born out of idea sex. I loved entrepreneurship, always have. A lot of my best friends are entrepreneurs. I was part of Entrepreneurs Organization for years. I have my own entrepreneurs forum that I still run today with a small group of entrepreneurs. I have my school of entrepreneurship. I love entrepreneurship. I love dealing with entrepreneurs. And then I mashed it up with the notion of cars. And that's where the name Entrepreneurs in Cars came from. The original plan was to interview entrepreneurs in their success rides and tell those stories to the public. And I've talked about this before, and it's not the best business model, and it doesn't pay the greatest, and it's a considerable amount of work to produce that kind of content. And most of the car channels that you see right now on YouTube, the only ones that do very well, we can use something like Doug DeMuro as an example. He's a solopreneur that basically goes around a car and focuses on the quirks and features. And he's done really, 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 really fucking well at it, exceptionally well at it, because he liked it and he persisted with it and he was really good at it. And it eventually paid a lot of money too. I think he sold part of his business, Cars and Bids, for large multiples, well into 7 figures. But that was the notion of Entrepreneurs in Cars, was just creating an idea out of some idea sex, mashing up entrepreneurship with cars. I never changed the channel name. I kind of thought about maybe, modifying it or calling it something else to sort of like become more in tune. But I just make videos in my car as I'm doing something. And I'm going to keep it that way. So that'll never change for me. So there's that. All right, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that clip. If you want to check out the full-length podcast episode, you can find that right over here. Also, make sure you visit my website over here where you'll find my supplements, the opportunity to book me privately one-on-one for coaching, and most importantly, my new School of Unplugging, which you'll find on the Courses tab. Newer to the channel, hit subscribe.